Welcome back. In the previous video, I showed you how to create a document fingerprint using a Word document as a template. I showed you how to upload that to the service. And when you upload that as a document fingerprint, it also creates a custom sensitive information type. And then you can use that custom sensitive information type to use in a data loss prevention policy. So that's what I want to show you in this video is how do you create a DLP policy with that document fingerprint. Now, at the time of this video recording, at the time of the official documentation being published, you can only use the fingerprint in an Exchange Online DLP policy. That's it. Now, with one exception, that's Cloud App Security, which I'll show in another video coming up next. So here's the DLP policy I created. Let's go ahead and edit this policy. And the name of this policy is Employee Performance Data Leaked via Email. So here's my document template. And this is for employee evaluation and wage review at my fictitious company here. And so obviously this contains really sensitive information such as the employee's own performance, even their pay and other comments here. So we want to make sure it's protected. So if somebody tries to share this outside the organization, we obviously want to block it. And that's what this DLP policy is going to do. Now, again, this only when you do a document fingerprint, it only supports Exchange Online. So I've checked the box here for Exchange Online. We're going to have it apply globally across the board to all users. And then I created an advanced DLP rule for this. So in that rule, under my conditions, I have the custom sensitive information type that contains the document fingerprint called employee reviewed data. And I've set my match accuracy and instant count there. And then I'm also telling it, and when the content is shared from Microsoft 365 with people outside my organization, and then I can add other conditions as well if I want to. I could also have an exception process. Maybe it's somebody in the legal department or something. And then my actions I want to take is restrict access or encrypt the content in Microsoft 365 locations and block only people outside my organization. People inside will continue to have access. And then from here, I'm going to turn on notifications to inform them that they violated the policy, which I can then customize to my heart's content. I could even turn on policy tips. And then after that, I'm going to save it. And then once it's saved, I'm going to turn on the DLP policy and then click submit. Now, when I do this, I always give it the good old Matt Sussman 30 minutes to an hour, maybe even 2 hours for that DLP policy to propagate through the system before testing. So I did this last night. So now that's been 24 hours. Let's go through and test this DLP policy. So let's open up our email here. And we're going to send an email to mattsussman@yandex.com, which is an external domain to my organization. And we're going to type in Megan Bowen's performance review. And we're going to attach her performance review document. So right here on my desktop, I have the document here for Megan. And then I'm just going to send it. Now, in just a moment, you're going to see it come back and you're going to see it be rejected. There's the NDR. And here we can see that I violated the policy. Your email message conflicts with the policy in your organization. The message wasn't delivered to all recipients. The issues are it's sent to people outside the organization. It contains sensitive information such as employee review data. And then it gives me some details about that message. And then the original message is attached. And there's the original document that aligned to the patterns found in the document fingerprint that was stored as a custom sensitive information type. So folks, that's really it. It's pretty cool. This is how you can block it with Exchange Online. Now, when you do this, obviously, this can be extremely powerful. So when you edit your DLP policy, you may have other requirements, other conditions, other things you might want to customize there. So make sure you take that into consideration. My rule of thumb when creating these is answering two basic questions. The first question is, what are you trying to accomplish? What's the end result? And what's the business result that you're trying to accomplish? And then the second question I always ask myself is, why are we trying to do it? And if you can answer both of those, that's going to help you figure out how to configure that DLP policy. Okay, so this is how you use a document fingerprint to create a DLP policy for Exchange Online. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this with Cloud App Security, so stay tuned for that. If you found value in this, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to share this video with other IT professionals who may find value in it as well. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll see everybody in the next video. Take care.